want to tell a story. There are times when we want to include the police officers into our story. What we want to show that these guys are actually doing their job and Nigerians should be proud of them, but they don't give us the opportunity, because the first mentality is just like in the pointed area, false information. Now in a situation like that, what do we do? That's one. Two, why is the police, majority of the police, I've also met a couple of officers where they be like, oh, you have a camera, I want to take pictures, no problem, let me post. And we are like, wow. But majority of the police, why are they scared of the camera? That's one. Two, what are the limitations? You're doing a shoot as a documentary photographer or lifestyle photographer. We shoot everyday life. And most of the time, when we shoot this everyday life, we like taking it impromptu. We want that realism. So it's just like I could pass and I see a good shot and I want to take. Then I've been in a situation where I want to take a shot I see, could tell a story. And a police person just stopped. And they're like, what are you doing? Sir, I want to take a picture. This is just a landscape picture. They said, you cannot take a picture. This place is a restricted area. It keeps happening. So another thing I want to find out is, what are the limitations as a photojournalist or a documentary photographer? How do we tell this place is free to shoot? Because if we don't put out this image, the people will not know. Then lastly, a situation where police harassment, that right now when I'm traveling, I have photocopy of my receipt down to hard drive. It's that bad. Like I have it in a laminating envelope down to hard drive, because I can't remember the number of times I've slept in the police station. Locations I don't know. Then I need to call my producer or call my source to come and bail me out. Why? When you get to a checkpoint, they check. First, once they see a laptop in your bag, they just tell you stand this side first. Then when you stand, they now say, okay, where are your boxes you open? These are cameras. They would harassment, and the more you try to explain, the more it's like they will tell you, do you want to teach us our work? Do you want to teach us our work? There are times when we want to tell a story. There are times when we want to include the police officers into our story. What we want to show that these guys are actually doing their job and Nigerians should be proud of them, but they don't give us the opportunity, because the first mentality is just like in the pointed area, false information. Now in a situation like that, what do we do? That's one. Two, why is the police, majority of the police, I've also met a couple of officers where they be like, oh, you have a camera, I want to take pictures, no problem, let me post. And we are like, wow. But majority of the police, why are they scared of the camera? That's one. Two, what are the limitations?
That is the essence of us being here. Inspector General of Police, the first police public relations officer. You have the assistant inspectors general of police of zones. We have here zone 6. At any time, you can call people at one press release or press conference. Go to the command where we function. Is the commissioner of police of that command and the police public relations officer only here in Cross River State Police Command. It's only the commissioner and the PRO, police PRO, that are empowered to say, because that is enshrined in our act and regulation. So no policeman. At times some will even back, if you like, they'll back you. Some, if you point the camera, they'll be very aggressive. It's like you're forcing them to disobey the instant laws of the organization. So no officer, no DPO.
Come and meet you.
There must be that unity, there must be love. And for you to relate well in the field, there must be love, there must be discipline, there must be tolerance. You must have to tolerate your fellow photographer or videographer in the field, so as to achieve, a common goal. But the common goal is for all of us to succeed. It's not for one person to succeed and another person does not succeed. And let it not be that you go home happy and your colleague goes home sad. No. I want to use this opportunity. You, our wonderful customers out there, our wonderful clients, you guys have been so wonderful. We are still in business because of how good you've been to us. On behalf of the association, Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, Cross River State Branch, we want to say that we love you. We want to say that we'll always partner with you for a better and a wonderful society. Thank you so much for your patronage. May God continue to bless you in Jesus' name.
So we are here today as a ministry to assure you that we are not against whatever you are doing. We are partnering with you. We are working with you. Anytime you call on us, we assure you we'll give you our support. Even if we cannot give you financial support now, it does not mean that tomorrow you will not get financial support from us. But we pray that we work together in synergy. As a media practitioner, you need to make use of your constitution. Because when you work with the constitution, you will not go contrary. It means that you are telling us, if the organization says, come, let us talk, in one voice, and you say, I have somebody in anti-cultist that I will use to deal with you. It means you are not telling us that we will speak in one voice. One voice is not only you speaking, we are saying the pen we are holding, that we don't want to derail, we don't want to do anything that will make us to begin to go to the police. Police will now see us as enemies. We want to do everything for the police to see us as friends. So that is the one voice we are talking about. So today we have come to say we are part of this program. Maybe it will be better some years to come. I believe that even whoever comes by after 29th of May will see cinematography as one department or unit that will be giving the support it requires.
I will stop covering Carnival. Why did I stop covering Carnival? One day the current chairman said, every time I race you, you always come in late. You're not in my planning, but you are officially rules. Give me that. I gave the that time. Nobody knew gave me my attention. That's I used to was always the person who used to help me to collect that. So it now took UBA now contact me studio and said, okay, since Studio is covering the Carnival, let us give them pictures and videos. So it took a UBA representative from Lagos to get me that to cover Carnival in your state.
The truth is rebranding. Yes, it's cool. It's about us as the people. Most of the things we are going through is that our people are inside doing the things to us. I sat one day and I began to cry when I looked at the people that left Calabar are doing better outside.
Yes.
Not like they are doing something different than what they were doing in Calabar. It's the same thing that we're doing in Calabar, they are doing out there. But out there pays more and we look up to them. I want to actually say, like the Carnival thing, you come out to work, your people are the ones, you are talking to your own person. He know you say, let me say government, they pay you come, and you they carry yourself to come also. They are the ones fighting you. Now, in these aspects now, as it is, you've tried your best. A brand sees you and calls you to come and have your food for yourself. And your own are telling you to go back home. How do we do this?
It's the worst what I have. I used to tell myself, giving up is what suicide. Okay? I don't know whether you understand. So, the more people see you, consistency is key. When you are consistent, one day, that God has brought to you. So, in as much as you are not happy with the system, doesn't mean you should give up the system. Like I brought out solutions to these things. You need to start pushing and pressing so that you will have, and more money in the program. Then, you see, I want us to stop doing one style of program. That's part of the program. You don't need to be at war with any media practitioner. You can learn from anybody. Nobody has what arrived. Like my favorite rapper will say, Nas will say, he has not made it until anybody has what made it.
So what I'm trying to say now is to place value to your equipment, knowing that how you got it yesterday, things have changed. I heard that this my brother saying he snapped passport 400 now. I don't know how long. But before now, at least I've been snapping my passport 1,000 naira. And I was charging very cheap. I was charging less. And in the course of charging less, and I had a lot of people routing, over everywhere in the studio. And because of their demand, we end up issuing out bad pictures sometimes.
Yes, that's what happened.
Because they don't do plenty. So I sit up and I consider a lot of things. When I consider a lot of things, I have to design a price list, which the least picture you take it in peculiar media studio goes for 1,000 naira. Other should be a section. Now, I met a colleague some weeks ago and I was talking about pricing. My colleague was telling me that I can never expect everybody to charge the same thing. I said, yes, it's true. I am not asking you to charge the same thing, but at least minimum should be at this rate. Then from there, people will start valuing our business. Imagine a client will consider photography last in a wedding event that will take the memory for you over the years, but place value on makeup that will be washed out in less than 2 hours.
So we need to start taking a cue from what other associations do to do these things. You see, you can't, and price increase, do it. You are licensed to rent out your equipment at what you feel is worth. You understand? But if you don't charge, if you don't increase your prices, you can never have enough money to cover for the services you're doing. That's what
I know my way of making my clients, convincing them, and he has people that in fact are coming to him direct. So tell me now, if you are to be in the shoes of somebody that does not have food to eat, and does not have people that is coming to meet him on a daily basis, will you be able to control price that everybody take the same measure? Because personally, I told him I charge even more than the house studio. But I was telling him based on other people. Because we want to carry price, you see that this unity we are having now, we might not have it.
Okay, I finally paid Sammy, I will never forget that. A documentary for the job, 100 for a man that is not self, that has no words. It is your thoughts, the way you're thinking. You see that magazine I said, I did it from my bedroom. Joe knows where I stay, where I used to stay from. It was from my bedroom. They even distributed that magazine in the presidency. It is your mind. That's why I started this thing, is that the way you think, so you are. Learn from your mistakes. These things that you're saying, there are people, when you go to Lekki, all those boys that are free, their house is their studio. What is the problem? Whether you're staying in a one-bedroom apartment, as far as you can keep it clean, that can be what? Your studio. In the morning, start your mattress.
CRISA was established by November 8th of 2011. It was first law. Signage and media are fused together. They are interwoven because signage is referring to channels of communication, and the media is also referring to channels of communication. Therefore, we agree that they are interwoven and they are working hand in hand. They are one and the same thing. Now, I went further to say that the media, as presented by the TV, is now the same as signage as presented by a digital signage, which is the LED, the out-of-home television, which is also called the commercial television. So this is what gives us an idea of the relationship between signage and media. Now, you ask for how CRISA works. If you have a sign, you expect that you walk into CRISA office. After securing your premises and you intend to put a sign, you intend to install a sign, you come to CRISA office and get a form. In that form, you are supposed to supply every information ranging from location, name of the business, the name of the contact for that business, and your TIN number. From the information you supply in that form, we will now generate a demand notice for that business. So the TIN is very, very important, because without the TIN, it will be impossible for CRISA to generate a demand notice for you. So that's how CRISA works. And then a lot of people have complained about CRISA removing their signs. We discovered also in the course of our work that most people install signs without recourse to CRISA. When we discovered that, the best thing to do is to remove, because we have defaulted already. When we remove those signs, they are entered in the stores and data taken. When you come and follow due process, you now take your sign. The Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, Processing Chapter, is working closely with the signage agency. I say this because even last year, they were in our office to invite us for the program and to ask for due process in advertising the program, and we gave them the due information. Now, I expect that this relationship will grow stronger. We are forming a bond. So I expect that they should not stop working with us. Once they work with us, they will understand the workings of CRISA, and then we'll have a good relationship. Business aspect of Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, which in Cross River is comprised mostly of cameramen, video men, lighting operators, and all that. I will advise that in their relationship with their customers, they should keep business. The business environment in Cross River appears to be a bit tight. I will advise them to give the best. Give the best, because the best services don't go for less. If you have good services, you can price it high. But if your business is low, your quality of production is low, you are likely not to be able to get maximum benefits.
Discuss about the relationship, media practitioners' relationship with the police or security operatives, which is very paramount, and primarily that's the reason we are here. The security operatives can't work successfully without the publicity comes from the media practitioners. So whatever performance duties we are carrying out, we can't push it to the wall or to citizens. As family values, organization has their values, they have constitution. If they don't, they still have rules and regulations that guide them. So a member, I wouldn't dabble into that. I will only say that where an organization is constituted, there must be a constitution that all rules within the confines of the organization, what guides them how to operate. So where a member flouts your contract, which means you are not doing it, it's like somebody, there are crimes, and you choose offenses everywhere, and you choose to go and commit crime. You are aware that there is punishment attached to such an illegal attitude or criminal behavior. So, if you are reported or caught, a process, not victimization process, let the law be applied within the confines of the law. I said that the police authority cannot operate without media. And I even said it. The media are surveillance, or they perform surveillance activities. They report cases that at times to police, and then by so doing, police kick off from there. So there must be synergy, there must be collaborative partnership. We must work together, because the media itself can't work. That's why we are here. They can't function without the security operatives, as the police who is in charge of internal security. So I would say that for them to be protected, they must guard against violations of extant laws. And then they should be communicating promptly to the authority, notifying them of their activities, so that you don't go doing certain things after being challenged, then you start explaining. Due process should always be followed. So we encourage it, and it's a welcome development. I think if this is sustained, it will help even
this session has been. First, it was something that is not going to stand, but today is a dream come true. We had this kind of workshop last year. This is our second year outing, or we are 3 years, but this is our second year outing in this workshop. Last year was Park, and this year too, we plan to make it bigger this year, based on the caliber of the speakers that were carefully selected. It was a 3 days workshop. The first day, the second day, today is the last day. You can see the last day that we happened to bring in the police spokesperson to interact with the media and the rest of the speakers. So it has been a wonderful outing for 3 years for us. It has been God all the way for us to sustain. So in the next future, we are seeing media practitioners that will stand out, as a leading media association in Nigeria. We are out of the business. I want to say a big thank you to all of our clients outside there that has been, always making sure that we put food on our table. Say thank you so much, all our wonderful clients, and continue to do business with us, because without the client, the media ceases to exist. The hallmark of this media relationship is love. Let us see first. Let's see how we can embrace love in the session, in the gift, because without the love, we won't be able to tolerate your fellow media person. But my departed words to our media guys outside there is that let love continue, as seen in our slogan, where we say media unity, unity one voice. With this, I think we are going to have a wonderful association where everybody will work under one love.